Assalamu alaikum. In today's lecture, we will study about abortions and ectopic pregnancy. According to WHO, an abortion is defined as interruption or termination of pregnancy prior to 20 weeks of gestation or a fetus born weighing less than 500 grams. The fetus is generally considered to be viable any time after the 5th to 6th month of gestation. Types of abortions. These are three types: spontaneous abortion, elective or induced abortions, and habitual abortions. While spontaneous abortions are further categorized into early or late, threatened or inevitable, incomplete or complete. Spontaneous abortion is a non-induced embryonic or fetal death or passage of product of conception before 20 weeks of gestation. It is estimated that one of every 5 to 10 conceptions result in spontaneous abortion. Spontaneous abortion occurs most commonly in the second or third month of gestation. These are types of abortions. Early abortion. Early abortion is abortion before 20 weeks or 12 weeks of gestation. Late abortion between 12 and 20 weeks of gestation. Spontaneous is a non-induced abortion. Induced abortion is termination of pregnancy for medical or elective reasons. Therapeutic abortion is a termination of pregnancy because the woman's life or health is endangered or because the fetus is dead or has malformations incompatible with life. Threatened abortion is a vaginal bleeding occurring before 20 weeks gestation without cervical dilatation and indicating that spontaneous abortion may occur. Inevitable. Inevitable abortion is a vaginal bleeding or rupture of membranes accompanied by dilatation of cervix. Incomplete abortion is expulsion of some products of conception. Complete abortion is expulsion of all products of conception. Recurrent or habitual abortion is more than or equal to 2 to 3 consecutive spontaneous abortions. Missed abortion. It is abortion in which undetected death of an embryo or a fetus that is not expelled and that causes no bleeding, also called a blighted ovum, an embryonic pregnancy, or intrauterine embryonic demise, as picture is showing. Etiology. Causative factors. Etiology includes maternal causes, fetal causes, and environmental causes. Maternal causes include uterine anomalies, medical conditions, immunological causes, endocrine disorders, systemic diseases, and hormonal imbalances. Fetal causes may involve autosomal trisomy, which is the presence of an extra chromosome in some or all of the body cells, and polyploidy, presence of two or more haploid numbers of chromosomes, monosomy, a lack of one number of chromosome pair. Environmental causes. These involve age factor, that is age more than 35 years, infections which include PID, pelvic inflammatory disease, smoking, use of drugs, alcohol, toxin exposure, and radiation exposure. And 40 to 60% of the causes of abortions remain unexplained. Signs and symptoms generally involve crampy pelvic pain, bleeding, eventually expulsion of fetus. Late spontaneous abortion may begin with a gush of fluid when the membranes ruptured. Hemorrhage is rarely massive. A dilated cervix indicates that abortion is inevitable. There is some differentiation according to types of abortion. These are threatened abortion, inevitable abortion, incomplete, and complete abortion. Diagnosis. Diagnosis is based mainly on clinical criteria, usually on the second number, usually done on ultrasonography and quantitative beta subunit of human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, which is the hormone of pregnancy. Management. It mainly involves observation for threatened abortion, conservative management such as bed rest, and administering progesterone to support the endometrium and are tried in an attempt to save the pregnancy. Supportive counseling is crucial in this stressful condition. Bed rest, sexual abstinence, light diet, and no straining on defecation are recommended. Uterine evacuation for inevitable, incomplete, or missed abortion. If infection is suspected, antibiotic may be prescribed. Emotional support is very necessary. In the rare cases of heavy bleeding, the patient may require blood component transfusion and fluid replacement. Ectopic pregnancy. It is defined as any pregnancy in which fertilized ovum becomes implanted and develops on any tissue site other than the normal uterine cavity. These ectopic tissue sites may be fallopian tubes, ovary, abdomen, or cervix. The most common site of ectopic implantation is the fallopian tube, as the picture is showing the normal pregnancy picture and the ectopic pregnancy picture. Causes of ectopic pregnancy. Possible causes of ectopic pregnancy include salpingitis, peritubal adhesions, pelvic infections, endometriosis, appendicitis, structural abnormalities of the fallopian tubes, previous ectopic pregnancy, previous tubal surgery, multiple previous induced abortions, and tumors that distort the tube. Sign and symptoms. Sign and symptoms vary depending on whether tubal rupture has occurred or not. Typically, the patient experiences sharp colicky pain. Most patients experience pelvic or abdominal pain and some spotting or bleeding. GIT symptoms involve nausea and vomiting. When tubal rupture occurs, the woman experiences agonizing pain, dizziness or lightheadedness, and faintness. Nausea and vomiting may occur. These symptoms are related to the peritoneal reaction to blood escaping from the ruptured tube. Air hunger and symptoms of shock may occur, and the signs of hemorrhage that are rapid and thready pulse, decreased blood pressure, subnormal temperature, restlessness, pallor, and sweating may occur. Later, the pain becomes generalized in the abdomen and radiates to the shoulder and neck because of the accumulating intraperitoneal blood that irritates the diaphragm. This is a classic signs of ectopic pregnancy. Diagnostic and assessment findings may involve ultrasonography, Doppler scan, beta subunit of human chorionic gonadotropin hormone, beta HCG levels. The level of beta HCG, the diagnostic hormone of pregnancy, double in early normal pregnancies but are reduced in abnormal or ectopic pregnancies. Serum progesterone levels and pelvic examination and clinical judgment. Medical management. Early intervention decreases rupture, minimizes tubal damage, and usually avoids the need for surgery. When surgery is performed early, almost all patients recover rapidly. Depending on the amount of blood lost, blood component therapy and treatment of hemorrhagic shock may be necessary before and during surgery. Methotrexate, a chemotherapeutic agent and folic acid antagonist, is used after surgery to treat any remaining embryonic or early pregnancy tissue as indicated by a persistent or rising beta HCG level. The beta HCG test is repeated 2 weeks after surgery to ensure a falling level. Nursing management involves pain management, monitoring for active bleeding, and providing emotional support. In case of surgery, provide pre and post-op care, maintain accurate fluid intake and output chart, prevent from further complications. Complications of the ectopic pregnancy include hemorrhage, hypovolemic shock due to hemorrhage, and recurrent ectopic pregnancies, loss of reproductive organs following surgery, risk for failure of future pregnancy, and disseminated intravascular coagulation. This is all about abortions and ectopic pregnancy. Thank you.